Think of a creature that would terrify any sane person. Perhaps it scared you as a child, or maybe it unnerves you now, even though you know it isn't real. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Maybe it came from television, or a book, perhaps even mythology, or the internet. All that matters is that this creature or monster scares you beyond reasoning. So picture it now. Picture a creature that is dark, twisted, perhaps even disturbing. Think of a creature like this.
Hey, Apple, hey!
Hello everybody and welcome to Retrospect, the series where we take a look at a channel that's either dead or on life support, and in today's case, well, it really needs its life support switched off. Just in case you're legally blind and you missed the title and thumbnail, today we're going to be discussing the annoying orange. Now this is usually the part of the video where I give a very brief, sometimes witty description of who the annoying orange is, but, well, there's not much to say really, is there? Like, it's an orange that's annoying. That's it. If you take a look at the annoying orange, if you stare into its empty, soulless eyes, or perhaps fixate on its rotting yellow teeth, you'll be greeted with a wide variety of emotions such as anguish, sorrow, horror, pain, misery, and sometimes just pure, unbridled rage. It's like a lottery, except every single option is terrible. I think we can all agree that the idea of an annoying piece of fruit is pretty basic, it's pretty simplistic, and there's only so many things you can do with an idea like that. And yet, despite this, it's still going today, nearly 13 years after it was created. And during that time, it's managed to amass millions of subscribers, billions of views, several YouTube channels, and even its own television show. And that is what this video is going to discuss. In this video, I'm going to take you through the entire history of the annoying orange, and believe me, there's a lot more than you'd think, from his birth at the dawn of YouTube, to his highest points, to his gradual decline, and to where he is now. So sit back, relax, grab some fruit, preferably some fruit that doesn't talk, and join me as we journey back in time to the very beginnings of YouTube. The origins of the annoying orange can be traced all the way back to 2006, or more specifically, the 24th of March 2006. This was the date that the annoying orange's creator made his first YouTube channel, and this channel is called Dane Bow. His first YouTube video was uploaded on the same day that his channel was created, and much like all of the content back on YouTube then, it's really weird. It's called The Yanni Show, and no, it's got nothing to do with Yanni and Laurel.
Hey kids, it's me, Yanni!
It's the Yanni Show!
Yanni Show!
Okay, right. I've been watching YouTube since 2006, and anyone that's also been around for that long will agree with me when I say that all content back then was a bit weird, but this... I'm sorry, this is terrible, even for YouTube 2006 standards.
Hey kids, sweet melodies and salutations. Are you ready for another awe-inspiring show with me, your host, Yanni?
Yay! Yay!
I genuinely can't tell if this is a parody or if this is serious, like it's some sort of education show aimed at children. Like, I'm just as confused as you. I have no idea what this is.
We're gonna learn the difference between a green light touch and a red light touch.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Did you just say a red light touch? No, I am so done with this video, no. A few months later, in December of 2006, Dane Bow uploaded this video here called Screaming Eggs, and I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail alone that this is very similar to the annoying orange kind of idea. In fact, I'd argue this is where the idea came from. This is essentially the predecessor to the annoying orange. This is where the idea originally stemmed from. And that's basically the video. I mean, what else were you expecting? It's a minute-long video called Screaming Eggs. There's really not much else to talk about here. Over the next few years, Danebo would continue to infrequently upload very short, random videos onto his channel, and scattered amongst these videos were more annoying orange-style videos, and these include a video about a corn on the cob, and several about Kool-Aid for some reason, but you can slowly see the idea of the annoying orange beginning to appear in these videos. These are basically the predecessors. You could almost call them the test run for the annoying orange.
Oh, it's so hot out here. What's that noise?
Oh yeah, he made this as well. This is another one of his videos, and it's literally just a 30-second video of Fred being shot in the balls by a helicopter. And the weirdest bit is, he's made 7 of these. 7. Why? For the next 3 years, Danebo would continue to upload short, spoofy videos on his channel until eventually, on the 9th of October 2009, he would upload the infamous video that started it all. The annoying orange.
Hey, Apple. Apple. Hey. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. You look fruity. Can you do this?
A lot of you have probably seen this video before. In fact, I remember watching it when it was reasonably new, and for a lot of us it's probably the only annoying orange video you can think of. I know for a fact before I sat down and started researching, it was certainly the only one I could think of off the top of my head. Name me another annoying orange video. The point is, this video did extremely well. Within 2 weeks, it had managed to get itself 500,000 views, which is very impressive for YouTube 2009. And if you fast forward to today, this video is sitting on 212 million views. Now, Danebo was reasonably popular before this upload, but I'm willing to bet that it was this video that really started boosting his channel, and it's probably the reason that he made another 5 annoying orange videos over the next 3 months. Between the first annoying orange video and the 6th annoying orange video, Danebo's channel went from about 90,000 subscribers to 167,000 subscribers, and it's quite clear that the annoying orange videos are responsible for this spike in growth. And for this reason, on the 11th of January 2010, Danebo set up a new channel, a channel specifically for the annoying orange. A few weeks later, on the 29th of January 2010, Danebo would upload the final annoying orange video onto the Danebo YouTube channel. And after he uploaded this, the entire annoying orange idea was moved over to the brand new official annoying orange channel. Now, even though he moved the annoying orange over, he still continued to use the Danebo channel for a number of years, uploading a wide variety of different content all the way up to 2016. His last video was an Agario Let's Play, and interestingly, it was uploaded exactly 10 years after his Danebo channel was created. However, the Danebo YouTube channel can be put to the side now, because now we have the official annoying orange channel. How excellent! I've always wanted an entire channel dedicated to an annoying piece of citric fruit. How brilliant! I'm sure you can probably tell that an irritating piece of citric fruit doesn't really appeal to me, but back in 2010, it seemed to appeal to a lot of people. Within the first 2 weeks of the Annoying Orange YouTube channel's life, it managed to get itself 47,000 subscribers. Now, that's pretty impressive anyway, but what you have to remember is, this is YouTube 2010. That arguably makes it even more impressive. The brand new Annoying Orange YouTube channel uploaded its first video on the 15th of January 2010, and it's simply called Hey YouTube. It's just a minute-long introduction to this brand new Annoying Orange channel, and well, look, we've only watched 2 Annoying Orange videos so far, and I'm already sick of them. Like,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. La 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 la. Hey, who are you? You look kind of weird. You must be an apple.
yeah, and your eyes are awfully red. What have you been smoking?
Have you subscribed yet? You haven't? You should. Press the yellow button. This is where I'm gonna be uploading tricks and jokes and
Ah yes, of course, the pinnacle of comedy, burping and laughing. And is it even a laugh? It sounds like a fucking animal being put down. I do hope you're not sick of the Annoying Orange's voice just yet, because, we've got one hell of a long way to go. Believe it or not, this aimless video was only the beginning. Pretty soon, the Annoying Orange channel would enter its prime. It would enter its most popular point in all of its life, and it is baffling how successful this one stupid gimmick got. We've established that the Annoying Orange was popular from the get-go, but around 2011, the channel hit its prime. Now, what do I mean when I say prime? Well, I mean the period where the channel was getting the most consistent views, subscribers, and general growth. And in the Annoying Orange case, as far as I can tell, its prime period was from around 2011 all the way to the end of 2013. There are a multitude of reasons, as far as I can tell, as to why the Annoying Orange got so popular in this period of time, but I think the main reason is because it started combining itself with other popular trends, challenges, and videos. The Annoying Orange was already an extremely popular idea, so logically, it makes sense to combine that popular idea with another popular idea, and therefore, it gets even bigger again. 2011 was an interesting year for YouTube because it was the year that Let's Plays began to get popular, and as we all know, by about 2013 they were the most popular forms of videos on the platform. However, up until 2011, the most popular form of videos on YouTube were generally short, spoofy gimmicks and parodies, much like the Annoying Orange style videos. However, in 2011, Let's Plays began to get more popular and these short, spoofy gimmick videos began to decline in popularity, and so it only made sense for the Annoying Orange to jump onto this new Let's Play trend. The earliest example of an Annoying Orange gaming video I could find was a series of Angry Birds parodies that the channel uploaded in March of 2012. Fast forward to August of 2012 and they did the same with Plants vs Zombies, two mobile games that were extremely popular on YouTube at this point in time. And by the start of 2013, you can see gaming videos and Let's Plays appearing on the Annoying Orange channel, where the Annoying Orange would play a trending game from YouTube 2013, such as Slender and Minecraft. Now granted, these videos are very infrequent. They weren't uploaded once a week, for example. They only appeared very sporadically, but they were still appearing and they were doing very well. And this is one way that the Annoying Orange managed to peak in this period.
'Cause it's Slender! Slender Knight! Yeah, he's a skinny manny, but I hear he's got a knife!
However, this isn't the only popular trend that the Annoying Orange incorporated into its channel. In fact, from 2012 onwards, you begin to see it jumping on a load of popular YouTube trends from the time. For example, in August of 2012, it made a parody of epic rap battles of history, whom I'm sure most of us know. They're still very popular today, but in 2012, they were impressively popular. You'll probably remember that in 2012 there was a presidential election between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney, and sure enough, the Annoying Orange in September of 2012 uploaded a few spoofs of this presidential election, another trending topic that it incorporated into its growth. Perhaps the most infamous trend that the Annoying Orange jumped on, though, was Gangnam Style. That's right, they made a parody of Gangnam Style, and let me tell you, it is atrocious. Gangnam Style was basically YouTube 2012's version of Despacito. Very popular song. I think it garnered itself about 1 billion views over the course of the year, and so obviously the Annoying Orange jumped on this trend and made a parody, and it is honestly one of the worst pieces of music I have ever heard. I'm not even going to play it. I'm just not. You don't need to hear it. It is just atrocious. It's questionable if you can even call it music. Like, it's just painful. You could take a bin bag full of rotting food and human feces and you could put it outside in the howling wind and rain for 48 hours, and then afterwards you could go back outside to the soggy remains and you could set it on fire, and it would still produce a better song than the Annoying Orange Gangnam Style parody. That is how bad this video is. However, at the same time as all this, something else was going on to favour the Annoying Orange's popularity. Something far bigger than YouTube, and that was the Annoying Orange TV show. Just take a minute to let that sink in. Let yourself rationalise it, maybe try to cope with the idea, but this is actual fact. The Annoying Orange got itself a TV show that went for 2 seasons on Cartoon Network. And just to put that in comparison for you, Cartoon Network is also responsible for other much better shows such as Adventure Time, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ben 10, Teen Titans, The Powerpuff Girls, and they made an annoying orange TV show. What? Believe it or not, I actually managed to find an episode of the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange, and I sat down and watched it. Now, obviously, I can't show any clips because I'd probably get flagged for copyright, but take it from me, it is terrible. Like, picture the Annoying Orange, but it's 30 minutes long with a slightly higher budget. That's all this is. Why would you watch this? Like, 2 minutes is bad enough. Why would you subject yourself to 2 seasons of 30-minute episodes? But hey, don't take my word for how bad it is. I went to IMDb and found some reviews for the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange, and I'd just very briefly like to read you a segment from one of them. Horrible isn't enough to describe how bad this piece of crap is. It's atrocious. Don't believe me? I actually saw it when the sneak peek came on Cartoon Network and have watched the original YouTube series, but that show is like 2-minute, tolerable short films compared to this. The characters are so one-dimensional that they're painful to watch. Orange is a character that will make a person want to rip his or her ears out and scream. His puns are terrible, and his laugh makes you want to bash your head into a 10-story wall. The animation and CGI absolutely suck. It is the worst animation I have ever seen on a television program. That's what we're dealing with here. If you have half a working brain cell, you'll probably agree with me when I say that the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange is one of the worst ideas humanity has ever come up with. But it does prove my point quite well. For Cartoon Network to look at the Annoying Orange and go, hey, this is pretty popular, we could make a show out of this. That's how popular the Annoying Orange was at this point. It was mainstream, it was trending, and it was very much at the prime of its popularity. It would never get more popular than this. Of course, the Annoying Orange is only the main character of the Annoying Orange show. He isn't the only character. There's a wide variety of other fruits, vegetables, and characters that accompany him. And at the end of 2013, at the end of the Annoying Orange's prime, a series of spin-off channels was set up for these Annoying Orange side characters. And oh, let me tell you, there are far too many. Like seriously, one channel was enough. Why did you need to make more? On the 25th of October 2013, 2 new Annoying Orange channels appeared. One for the marshmallow and one for the grapefruit. Fast forward a couple of weeks to the 7th of November and another Annoying Orange channel appeared for the midget apple. However, within a year, the midget apple channel was transformed into the Annoying Orange Gaming, which we'll get back to that later. 4 days later, on the 11th of November 2013, a further 3 Annoying Orange spin-off channels were created. One for the pear, one for Grandpa Lemon, and perhaps the most bizarre of all of them, Annoying Orange Kids. Like, just, what is this? Look at it. What the hell is this?
This is orange. This is orange. It is the color of this door hinge.
I'm sorry, but why would you let your children watch this travesty? Like, do you want them traumatized from an early age? Just, what? So by the end of 2013, there were a grand total of 7 Annoying Orange channels. And not only that, at this point in time, they were all uploading pretty frequently. Now, down the line, a further 2 Annoying Orange spin-off channels were created. On the 14th of November 2017, a new Midget Apple channel was set up, and on the 28th of January 2018, a channel for the Passion Fruit was set up. Now, these ones have never ever uploaded anything, they just kind of exist. Like, the Midget Apple one has got 5,000 subscribers, and it's never uploaded anything. It's got 5k subs just for existing. And I think all this demonstrates quite well not just how the Annoying Orange reached its prime, but how popular it was during its prime. Like, sit back and really think about it. It had a TV show that ran for 2 seasons, and it had 7 YouTube channels that were not only uploading content, but were also being watched by thousands and thousands of people. That is how popular the Annoying Orange was at this point in time. However, by 2014, the Annoying Orange's prime was over, and we begin to see the very slow, very gradual decline in the Annoying Orange's popularity. Now, you might ask, how did this happen? What ended the Annoying Orange's prime? Well, if you want to know my opinion, I think it's simply that they burnt themselves out. Like I said at the start of this video, the idea of an annoying orange is very basic. It's very simplistic, and there's only so much you can do with the idea of an annoying orange. And well, they did too much. 2 seasons on television and several channels all uploading at the same time is too big a volume to survive long term. Eventually, it was bound to implode on itself. When I first started researching the Annoying Orange for this video, the first thing I did was quickly go over to his social blade and have a look at his more recent stats. And when I got there, I was greeted with this, and I'll be honest, it really confused me, because yes, the Annoying Orange isn't completely dead yet, but it is still a shadow of its former self and very much on the way out. So why is it still getting all these green figures? Well, I've had a while to think about this while I've been preparing this video, and I think I've figured it out. These stats aren't as good as they look. Now, as far as I'm aware, 2014 marks the end of the Annoying Orange's prime, and come the start of 2014, the Annoying Orange channel begins its very slow, very gradual decline in popularity, a decline that it's actually still on today. Now, if you'd have watched the Annoying Orange channel throughout 2014, I doubt you'd have noticed any difference, because this decline, as I said, is very subtle. But by the end of the year, you begin to see some telltale signs of a decline in popularity. The first telltale sign of this popularity decline comes from the various spin-off channels that the Annoying Orange set up in late 2013. One by one, they began to stop uploading. The first one to go was the Marshmallow, which uploaded its last video in October of 2014, less than a year after it was set up. Fast forward to November of 2014 and the Grandpa Lemon goes, and then fast forward to January of 2015 and the Pear channel is also completely abandoned. Now, strangely, the Grapefruit channel continued to upload frequently all the way up till May 2015, but even that eventually got abandoned. And if you fast forward to today, the only 3 Annoying Orange channels that are still uploading are the original Annoying Orange, the Annoying Orange Gaming, and the monstrosity that is the Annoying Orange Kids. Like I said earlier, in its prime, the Annoying Orange was mainstream, it was trending, and it was extremely popular, and so therefore it could afford to just make loads of YouTube channels and have them all uploading content, because it was such a popular concept. They do well anyway. But however, once this popular, trending, mainstream appeal disappears, you see the Annoying Orange retract all these other spin-off channels and only focus in on the channels that are most successful. And those are the 3 channels that are still uploading today. Perhaps the biggest blow for the Annoying Orange, though, was the cancellation of its TV series, The High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange. It ran for 2 seasons, the first in 2012 and the second in 2013. And a 3rd season was rumoured, but on the 5th of December 2014, Danebo publicly confirmed that this was not going to happen and that the TV series was over. Later, in April of 2015, Danebo said that one of the big reasons the series was cancelled was because his studio was shut down, but in all honesty, I really don't know anything about that. I'm just so glad it was cancelled. I'm just so glad it was cancelled. This is proof that a higher power exists. You know that? This is absolute proof. We can just take those first 2 seasons and we can just leave them to rot in the depths of Daily Motion, and we can forget about them. We can just forget about them. Oh, thank God it's over. The cancellation of the TV show would have been one hell of a blow to the Annoying Orange because, well, it was mainstream attention. What you must consider is that Cartoon Network is an extremely popular television channel. A lot of different people watch it, and a vast demographic of different ages also watch this channel. And it didn't matter really what people thought of the show. They might have liked it, they might have hated it, but the point was the Annoying Orange was on Cartoon Network. And therefore, it had the capacity to reach and to appeal to this much wider audience, this much bigger demographic of ages. And so therefore, once the Annoying Orange was taken off Cartoon Network, it lost the ability to appeal to this much bigger audience. So once the Annoying Orange lost its mainstream appeal, what did it do? Well, as I said, first thing it did was it reeled back in all these Annoying Orange spin-off channels and began to focus on its most successful channels. It also began to target a much younger demographic of audience. We're talking very young children from maybe 3 years old up to about 10, and to be honest, 10 years old is pretty generous. This is going to sound really obvious when I point it out, but the Annoying Orange's core audience are young children. Think about the content. It's silly, it's goofy, and it's repetitive. That's the kind of content that appeals to young children. Now, during the Annoying Orange's prime, this core audience didn't really matter because everyone was seeing the content. It was everywhere, it was popular. However, once this prime had been lost, the Annoying Orange had to kind of double back and refocus in on its core group of young children. Like I said earlier, of the 9 Annoying Orange channels, only 3 of them are still uploading. The original Annoying Orange, the Annoying Orange Games, and the Annoying Orange Kids. And all 3 of these channels mainly appeal to young children. The Annoying Orange channel makes silly, harmless spoofs and sketches that little children would find funny. The Annoying Orange Gaming plays a wide variety of games that children would enjoy, such as Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, and even Baldi's Basics, stuff like that children would find most appealing. And as for the Annoying Orange Kids, well, it makes like alphabet songs, nursery rhyme stuff. Like, do I even need to explain that one? Get them while they're young, Annoying Orange Kids. Get them while they're young.
This is blue. This is blue.
And this brings me quite comfortably back to the Social Blade stats that confused me earlier, because yes, the Annoying Orange is still getting more views and new subscribers, but these subscribers, they're not sticking around for very long. They're very young children that will subscribe, watch a few videos maybe for a few weeks, and then just get bored or forget about it and leave. The Annoying Orange essentially has what I like to call a high subscriber turnover. Now, what does a subscriber turnover mean? It basically means how long your subscribers stick around for. How long do they watch and support your content before they become uninterested? Now, a low subscriber turnover would mean that they stick around for a very long time. A high subscriber turnover means they don't stick around for very long at all. And that's what the Annoying Orange has got, a very high subscriber turnover. Its new subscribers will come along, they'll subscribe, they'll watch a few videos, stick around for a little while, and then they'll leave and become dead subscribers. And if you look at the Annoying Orange's more recent videos, it actually fits the mould quite well, because the Annoying Orange channel has nearly got 8 million subscribers, and yet most of its videos only get around 100,000 views. They rarely ever pass 500,000. And that's because of this extremely high subscriber turnover. Most subscribers aren't sticking around for very long. It also explains the Social Blade stats, which on paper look very good, but in reality, of course, they're not. Yes, the Annoying Orange is still getting new supporters, but these supporters aren't sticking around and supporting the content for very long. And that's basically where the Annoying Orange is at today. It's got very sporadic views and subscribers, and instead of its original very wide mainstream audience appeal, it's now reeled back and is focusing instead on a much smaller core audience of younger children. Now, the channel definitely isn't dead yet, but it is gradually, slowly, ultimately going down. And basically, the best way to describe this channel is that it's on life support, and I can't see that changing anytime soon.
You asked for it, fruit lovers! Again and again and again and again! So here it is, just in time for Christmas!
It's the Yanni Show! Yanni Show! It's the Yanni Show!
So there you have it, kids. The Annoying Orange, a retrospect. It's finally done. I've been talking about this for a month, and it's taken me about a month and a half to put this thing together, but regardless, I did enjoy making this. It was a bit tedious at some points, but on the whole, I had a really good time making this video. I did very much enjoy doing it. This is usually the bit where I tell you, oh, go check out the other episodes in this series, but, well, this is the first episode, so depending on when you're watching this, there might not be anything else to watch. Regardless, though, I do definitely want to do more episodes of Retrospect in the future, with each episode being on a different dead channel, obviously. I'm hoping to get an episode out every month and a half, because honestly it depends how much research there is for the videos and also how much free time I've got on my hands, but with a bit of luck there'll be a Retrospect episode every month, so we'll see how long I can keep that going for. But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really much else to say, other than, of course, thank you very much for watching, and if you've reached this point in the video, thank you very much. It does mean a considerable amount to me. Any support you can throw this video, and just the series and the channel in general, it's massively appreciated. A like, a subscribe, especially a share. A share would be great. Share it with all your family and friends. It's the most family-friendly stuff out there. But, as I said, that concludes this episode of Retrospect, and if you'll excuse me, I've got several files worth of pictures, information, and videos on the annoying orange to permanently clear off my laptop. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.